When a machine can instantly conjure a masterpiece without lifting a brush or focusing a lens, how do we measure human expression? For the entire history of modern media, the creative process was defined by friction. If you had a vision, bringing it into reality required overcoming massive physical barriers, finding the right locations, securing the gear, and spending countless hours rendering. This meant that premium cinematic aesthetics were heavily guarded. Only studios with massive budgets, or individuals who had dedicated years of their lives to mastering complex technical software, could actually achieve top-tier visual results. Because high-end execution was so difficult to achieve, we inherently linked the value of a piece of art to the sheer scarcity of the skills required to make it. This chart tracks the historical cost of high-end visual production. Look at the steep drop here, plummeting toward zero. Generative AI removes traditional barriers. The result is aesthetic inflation. Flawless quality is no longer rare, it's the universal baseline, flooding the market with perfect content. Look closely at the hyper-detailed textures on this jewel-encrusted glove, or the cinematic interplay of the blue and yellow smoke. Effects like these used to demand dedicated VFX teams. Today, they are instantly available from off-the-shelf tools with a single text prompt. Because perfect execution is now ubiquitous and free, knowing which buttons to press in complex software holds far less market value. Execution is a commodity. To understand how we got here, we have to look at the architecture of the tools themselves. We have moved away from fragmented, single-purpose applications. The industry is currently undergoing what professionals call the in-the-box revolution, where an entire production pipeline is collapsed into a single digital space. But if you leave an algorithm to iterate on its own, it produces a chaotic, overwhelming stream of synthetic media. It will generate forever without ever arriving at a meaningful conclusion. This exposes the core limitation of the technology. Artificial intelligence is mathematically brilliant at generating ideas, but it is completely incapable of evaluating them. An algorithm operates on pattern recognition. It can mimic the structure of a good story or a beautiful image, but it cannot actually feel emotional resonance or decide if an idea is truly worth pursuing. A machine can spit out 1,000 variations of a scene, but it takes a human to inject cultural nuance, irony, and subjective truth into the work. In an ecosystem overflowing with infinite digital generation, the ability to discern what is actually good becomes the ultimate bottleneck. Human judgment is the highest value asset in the creative process. This shifts the landscape of the creative economy. Professionals are evolving from artisans who execute mechanics into strategic orchestrators. We are seeing the rise of the AI auteur, a creative leader whose market value is derived entirely from their personal taste, their vision, and their ability to discern quality. They guide the machine through language. The skill lies in taking an intuitive vibe or a specific emotional tone and translating it into a precise prompt that forces the algorithm to produce an exact outcome. When everyone in the market has access to the exact same rendering capabilities, the playing field levels entirely. True visionary talent is instantly exposed and magnified, separating those who have a point of view from those who were merely good at the software. Operating at this speed requires a specific workflow. The modern director must abandon messy, fragmented webs of disconnected applications. They rely on unified ecosystems. Keeping everything in one connected environment allows the creator to maintain their strategic focus and stay in a state of creative flow, rather than getting bogged down by file transfers and mechanical friction. Strip away the automation, and we are left with a simple question about why we make art in the first place. Artificial intelligence has permanently democratized access to perfect execution, but the algorithm cannot tell us what is meaningful. The decision of what actually matters and what stories we choose to tell will always belong to the human creator.